Hi guys, happy Saturday. So, alright, totally did the basement blessing yesterday, as you guys can see on the video, which was extremely ridiculous. I thought it was extremely ridiculous to have to go to that an extreme just to get peace in this house. So it did work. It completely worked, 150%. Don't know what I did. No clue what I did. I had the intention for quite a few days, quite a few weeks beforehand, to get rid of anything that was in that basement. Had a confrontation with it, whatever. Told me I'd kill everybody in this house. I laughed, so I screamed at it while I was doing the dishes, like you all know, because I don't sage and just say soft prayers. My prayers are loud. I scream them. So yeah, I mean, if I start talking, it turns into a scream. So it was good. A couple people pointed out the little orb in the video. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think orbs are just dust particles. I don't think that they're indications of spirit whatsoever. If a spirit's going to show itself, it's going to show itself in a full apparition, a full body apparition, or a part of it. It's not going to show itself in a little ball of dust that's reflected by light. So that was what I was thinking. And plus there were spider webs and cobwebs. There's a logical explanation for orbs. So they're just not spirits. I don't think they're even fragments of a particular spirit or anything. I mean, they could be. I could be wrong. But that's just my conclusion on that. So, nah. Can't. I don't believe it. And then, last month I was saying, I don't believe in crying statues. I don't believe in, any kind of exorcisms. Well, it worked. So, yeah, I do. I don't know what that was about. It'd be testing me to see if it could rile me up, and obviously it can't. So it got taken care of. It was so different, though, last night. It's almost like it is so calm. There's so much calm. So I don't think it's gone. I really honestly don't think it's gone. I just think it's contained within that barrier. So it's stuck. So whatever. It can just stay stuck for as long as it wants. Or until I trap it and get rid of it in something. So there's going to be more work down there. So I will do, another video with the work that I do down there. Yeah, it was very quiet, the video, because that was, more silent prayer, quieter prayer, with the, I don't know what it was, what exorcism prayer I used, and it worked. It worked. I just replaced names, so like Thoth and Isis instead of Jesus and God. Completely worked. And then I went on with La Santísima Muerte prayer. So that's where I really think the power came in with her. She was really there. It just felt, it was just very weird. The house felt warm. It was great. It was great. I slept a good probably 4 hours. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible. So, if I can clear my own house out, how come other people can't? I mean, it really, it worked in ways that you probably can't even imagine. So, and at first last night I was like, oh shit, did my own spirits leave me? Nope. They're still here. I can still hear them chattering, so very good. Very, very good. Yeah, it was just a completely different atmosphere, completely different, it was like a personality change for a lot of people. So yeah, it was pretty nice. It was just very nice. I felt safe for the first time in 19 years. So, I actually went to bed feeling safe. It was great. Amazing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I always said that, the Warrens were fake. And now I'm not 100% sure if they were. I don't know. They very are. I mean, now that they're both gone, it's just, I don't know. But, so yeah, I'm still obsessed now. I am obsessed with their work, what they did for 60 plus years. 60 years, that's a long time to be doing investigations and house cleansings and blessings and exorcisms. And I never thought, a witch would do an exorcism, and I've seen these crazy articles about, the witch exorcist, and I don't know, I think it was more, I think we just cleanse and, clear space out, or contain the negative energy. I don't know, honestly. The statue, it's not dripping down the little indent where I placed the crystal in Baphomet's lap. It is not crying. It still has that stuff, but it's not like dripping anymore. It's like it's clearing up. So maybe that had a big connection. Maybe it was trying to tell me something. So I'm really glad that happened. I'm really glad that I did it. And using, even though I did use, for, the sacred salt, the sacramental salt, I did use the Roman Catholic prayer to exorcise the salt. So I don't know if it was a combination of everything, going on, because I was baptized Catholic, so why not? Screw it, fuck it. Use whatever you can. It might work, it might not. If it does, great. Keep that. And so I don't know what it was, but it was amazing. So, alright, on to more of the top 10 most haunted places in, anywhere. So, in America, kinda. Yeah, outside of America too. So I thought these are pretty cool. I'm just still very curious of what I could, if I can clear my own basement and house, what can I do for another person? How could I help another person do that? So, it's kind of interesting. Alright, so, now we have the Moundsville Penitentiary. And that's pretty creepy looking. So I wonder, hospitals and stuff, they say that spirits are the most. No, not a hospital. I would not see them in hospitals. Anyway, so during its more than 100 years in operation, the Moundsville Penitentiary in West Virginia was one of America's most violent, correctional facility. So that doesn't surprise me. So, and the final stop for almost 1,000 criminals. So the prisoners lived in cramped quarters, which led to riots. Many men were hanged or killed in the electric chair, while others were murdered by other prisoners. So the prison did close in 1995, but according to some, the tortured spirits are still behind bars and in the bowels of the prison, and may be seen or heard on a tour. See, and I do want to say that those are psychic imprints, literal imprints, that you just, if it's a repetitive thing, if it's a loop, it's not an actual haunting. It's more of a imprint in time that sensitive people can pick up on. So there's a big difference between a haunted place, these penitentiaries, obviously it could be very well haunted, but I think it's, mainly an imprint in time. So, alright, now we have the Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. That's where I thought I was headed. Alright, so it was once known as the Weston State Hospital. So this asylum was home to thousands of people with mental illness. Wow. Starting in 1864, hundreds of people died here before the facility closed in 1994. Oh, another one. Well, this was in 1995 for the Moundsville Penitentiary. So the spirits that are said to haunt the site today date back to the Civil War era, when the asylum's grounds served as a military post. Okay. Paranormal tours of the facility feature 2-hour visits to the asylum's 4 main hotspots. See, that's the more people you get, the energy that's put into it, the thinking, it's gonna make it just thought forms, all that stuff. The more intense ghost hunt is an 8-hour overnight paranormal adventure with experienced ghost hunting guides. I don't think half of the ghost hunters out there know what they're doing at all. I don't. They use pagan symbolism just for the effect. With what I am understanding from what I've done, what from other sources, very trusted good friends, witches, pagans, druids, Nordics, Celtics, Native Americans. I don't think most, 99.9% of the ghost hunters don't know what they're doing. I think they entice, they antagonize, and I know quite a few that I think are completely disrespectful. I think, yeah, it's all for the money, it's all for the mighty dollar, and it's just ridiculous. It's very disrespectful to a lot of spirits. So, alright, so we have the Viscilla Axe Murder House. Ooh, this looks like it's in, I don't know, somewhere like Beverly Hills. It's gorgeous. Alright, so on June 10th, 1912, the old white farmhouse, this isn't it, at 508 East 2nd Street became a grisly crime scene. So the heinous murder of Josiah B. Moore, his wife, their 4 children, and 2 girls who were overnight guests rocked the small town of Villisca, Iowa, and the murderer was never identified. So over the years, residents of the home reported visitors of a man with an axe, children crying, and unexplained paranormal activity. So in 1994, the home was restored to its original condition, with no indoor plumbing or electricity. Ooh. These touches added to the chilling ambiance during a lamp night tour from April through November, or an overnight experience available by reservation for groups. See, again, I think that these places, the hysteria and the hype, it plays on your psyche. It plays on, it's very psychological. So, I don't know. Alright, now we have the Sammy Dean. Ooh, so Jerome, Arizona is a former copper mining town with paranormal reputation that dates back to the Wild West. So this town is home to just 400 residents. Wow. Only 400, that's it? So down from 15,000 in its heyday. Ooh. But legend has it that there are plenty more ghostly residents from the days of mining accidents and gunfights. So one well-known spirit is the working girl Sammy Dean, a prostitute who was strangled by a customer in the old Crib district. So her beautiful spirit roams the alleys looking for her killer, who was never found. Again, hype, lots of hype, but it's really interesting to hear these stories. So now we have the Cuban Club. Ooh, that sounds like fun, actually. So the Cuban Club, also known as Circulo Cubana de Tampa, can be found in Tampa's Ybor City neighborhood in 1917. This spot was a popular hangout for Cuban immigrants who enjoyed the ballroom. Okay, outdoor band shell and cantina with a stage and dance floor. So today the compound, which is protected by a National Historic Register, hosts concerts and special events, and is the setting for many ghost stories about spirits playing the piano and riding the elevators. I don't know. I would have to actually be on the land to actually tell if it's haunted or if it's just an imprint in time. It's crazy. So okay, now we have Fort Mifflin. Alright, so built in 1771, Fort Mifflin is the country's only Revolutionary War battlefield that is still intact. That's cool. That's really cool. So there are 14 restored buildings on the grounds on the Delaware River, and reportedly plenty of spirits from the past. So, spirits from the past, imprints. There. I just... Where'd I go? Okay. Among the ghosts said to haunt the fort is a screaming woman who cries are so loud that Philadelphia police have been called to investigate, only to find no one there. That's creepy. Other characters in the local ghost stories include a faceless man wandering around the fort, a tour guide dressed in revolutionary garb, and numerous children and dogs. It's really interesting. I mean, that is very interesting. I would love to believe that that was true. I think it'd be interesting to, have that happen. But I contribute a lot of that to La Santísima Muerte, what she had done. So I know that she was there. I know she was, she's powerful. She's one powerful. She's proven it to all of us. I mean, almost all of us on here, over 8,000 people, she has proven to us that she is very powerful and she helps her children. So I really do attribute the cleansing of the basement, or the blessing and the containing of whatever, negative energy was down there. So it's still there. It's just contained. So yeah. But I think it was La Santísima Muerte that helped the most. Who knows? I don't, honestly. Alright. Now we have the Moon River Brewery. Ooh, this reminds me of Laverne and Shirley. And if the younger people don't know, that is a TV show. So, alright, the Moon River Brewery brought its beloved beers to Savannah in 1999. God, I remember 1999. But the building is one of the oldest in town, dating back to 1821. So in its original incarnation, oh, I like that, its original incarnation, it was the City Hotel, a high-end hotel with a history of violence during the Civil War. Men were killed in the hotel during heated skirmishes, including a Yankee who was beaten to death by locals in 1860. Ooh. Some bar patrons today say that they've seen bottles mysteriously fly through the air and have witnessed guests being pushed, touched, and even slapped by unseen forces. I'm sorry, but that was funny. Slapped. That just reminded me of Eminem's Anthrax song, Slap You with a Tampon with Anthrax. That's what I call my dish soap too, because it works so well. I can't say the other word, Ajax. I can't pronounce that. It doesn't come out. It comes out Anthrax. Okay, so they were slapped. Sorry. Where'd I go? Beaten to death by locals, pushed, touched, and even slapped by unseen forces. Okay, one resident apparition, Toby, is said to skulk around the billiards room looking for the next great bar brawl. Is he gonna slap people? I love that. I think that's great. That's great. And I can't stress enough for my pagans and my witches and all of you magical people. Blessed salt, sacramental salt, I don't care what prayers you use. You can use Catholic prayers, Christian prayers, satanic prayers, whatever. But whatever you do, just do it. Because it really does work, and it works good. And you can make your holy water with it too, especially for La Santísima Muerte. And if you really want to get technical, she's Catholic. So that kind of is maybe why I used the Catholic prayer of the exorcism of the salt. So, I thought it was pretty cool. So, I don't know. Alright, so now we have the Sultan's Palace. That looks like it's in New Orleans. Maybe. So the house at 716 Dauphine Street is a classic French quarter beauty with classic wrought iron balconies and a large courtyard. So, but in the 1800s, this residence was a house of horrors for the Sultan, a wealthy man with a depraved lifestyle, multiple wives and children, and a harem of women and young boys held against their will. Oh God, that's scary. That's not cool, especially in these times right now. So, alright, neighbors complained about the mysterious habits of this man, who had a predilection for partying, opium, and torture. What is the deal with opium? It's not that great. It was not fun at all. It's calming. I don't like it. I didn't like it. Alright, so, but the greatest mystery in the house was the Sultan's demise. When he was buried alive in the courtyard. Ooh. After his family and harem were hacked to pieces in a bloodbath by an unknown predator. So today his angry spirit is thought to be responsible for the unusual noises, loud music, and strong incense smells that waft from the house, as well as unwelcome advances on past female residents who swear the Sultan is still up to his old tricks of groping female visitors. No comment on the groping of women, but I think we can all take a guess. A very good one. Think about modern times today. POS. Alright. So now we have the, wow, I can't even say this, something, the courthouse. God, what is it? The Calcio courthouse, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so Tony Jo Henry has been the talk of the small town of Lake Charles since the 1940s, when she killed a man in cold blood, just as notorious were her stunning good looks. Oh, wow. The former prostitute, okay, she's a prostitute. The former prostitute charmed a gentleman into a pickup truck to give her a ride while she was walking the highway with a friend, en route to spring her true love from a Texas prison. It took 3 trials for a jury to convict the Willie Tony Joe, who had charmed the courtroom and jail staff and divided the town over her presumed guilt. Wow. So in 1942, this murderous beauty, I like that, murderous beauty, known as the Tiger Girl, was the first woman in the state to die in the electric chair. Oh, wow. That's a little creepy. Yeah. So her spirit lingers in the courthouse today, and workers there swear they feel her presence, hear her screams, and even smell her burning hair. Ew. Many people many people believe that she tinkers with office equipment, locks doors, and meddles with everyday office life at the courthouse. See, and I still think that these could all be just imprints in time. I mean, everything leaves an imprint, an energetic imprint. So this is a very good possibility. A very good possibility. So I'm not sure. Now we have a recap. The Eastern State Penitentiary. Oh, this has Zach Bacon in it. So the Eastern State Penitentiary might be the creepiest place in all of Philadelphia. So the former prison was the first of its kind, thanks to its large size and substantial budget. So directed by Quaker beliefs, it had infamously strict rules which encouraged isolation and punishment. Prison guards took to hooding inmates whenever they ventured outside their cells, and the only source of light was the skylight, which was believed to bring the prisoners the light of God. Tortured spirits, including Slick Willie Sutton, okay, there was people that lived here in this house named Sutton. That's really odd. So tortured spirits, including Silk Willie Sutton, continue to relentlessly haunt the grounds today. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if these are actually... It's weird. It's really weird. Oh, so on tonight, on Travel Channel, on right now is a haunting. Up next is a haunting. And then on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Ghost Adventures, if anybody's interested. There you go. So yeah, I don't know. It's just been really strange. But I mean, just having done what I did, it just feels so much better. So much better. I love it. So we have 10 real-life haunted houses. Let's see what these are about. I really want to. So, 23% of American adults say they've seen a ghost or felt one's presence. Only 23%? I think that's a little higher, I would hope. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so some people, this is also science.howstuffworks.com, thank you. So some people might be hesitant to admit that they believe in ghosts. Yeah, a lot of people are, but if you've ever heard a chilling bump in the night when you're home alone, ghosts might not be such a leap of faith. In fact, a little more than a third of Americans believe in ghosts. Perhaps more surprisingly is that 23% of adults polled said that they've personally seen or felt a ghost. So every October, thousands of people pay to walk through ceremony or commercial haunted houses. Those are just fun. Those are for fun. So in which customed actors stand in for otherworldly spirits. So customers can get the adrenaline rush of a scary monsters popping out at them for a few minutes without any risk of getting their souls stolen or becoming possessed. I really, really think that you have to be very, very weak to become possessed. I don't even think it's possible. Oppressed, yes. Possessed, no. But real-life haunted houses are a different story. Sure, there are plenty of paranormal enthusiasts who intentionally stay in perpetually haunted houses, or purportedly haunted hotels and hunt for ghosts. But what if ghosts found their way into your home? If the poll results we just mentioned are accurate, the sensation of an uninvited guest isn't such an uncommon occurrence. Alright, I like that. So, let's see. Let's go to the next. Alright, now we have the Winchester Mystery House. So, this was a really good one. I loved that movie. I loved everything about it. And it was just crazy. It was really crazy. Okay, so first we have the Whaley House. So the Whaley House is in San Diego, obviously. And it was originally built on the execution grounds of James Robinson, nicknamed Yankee Jim in 1852. So Yankee Jim was convicted of a grand larceny and sentenced to death by hanging. Ooh. The hangman set the noose improperly, allowing Jim's feet to graze the ground, prolonging the hanging process. Ooh. That's a lot. So in 1856, Thomas Whaley bought the land where Yankee Jim had been killed and built a house for his family. So the youngest Whaley daughter, Lillian, said she could hear the sound of boots clomping through the house and suspected it to be the ghost of Yankee Jim. Who knows? Nobody. So today the Whaley House is a registered historic site and museum. Visitors and employees have reported seeing or hearing the ghosts of former owners Thomas and Anna Whaley. So according to staff and guests, Thomas's ghost usually resides near the landing at the top of the staircase, while Anna's stays downstairs or in the garden. Television host Regis Philbin is among those who claim to have seen Mrs. Whaley's ghost. Scents of cigar smoke and perfume have also mysteriously arisen at times. So because of the frequency of such ghost sightings, the Whaley House has been cited as one of the most haunted houses in the United States. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Alright, so the Winchester House, obviously, is in San Jose, California. It's one of the spookiest houses in the United States. For 38 years, proprietor Sarah Winchester ordered construction workers to work on the bizarre home that famously contains a stairway leading nowhere. So, we have that. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, if you see the house, if you watch Winchester, it's a really good show. It's a really good movie, actually. It's just really cool. It's really, really cool. I loved it. So, alright, so now we have a small cottage in Spain. So, this small cottage in southern Spanish province of Jaén, in the town of Belmez, isn't haunted by ghosts per se. The house is built, however, on burial grounds, dating back to 1830. So inside the kitchen, the floor contains an unsolved mystery that has puzzled scientists and laymen for decades. So Maria Gomez Pereira, who lived in the house, discovered a face peering up at her from the kitchen floor in 1971. Instead of a two-dimensional apparition, the face resembled a plaster casting that seemed to rise from beneath the house, as though a head was buried below it. Oh, wow. Alright, that's cool. Spooked by the strange facade, Pereira and her neighbors attempted to get rid of it by chipping away the cement with an axe. Yet upon doing so, they revealed more face casts. This time of older men and children. Oh, God. So as word spread about the so-called faces of Belmez, scientists stepped in to verify their authenticity and test whether they were paintings for fake casting orchestrated by Pereira and her neighbors. The painting theory was ruled out, but no conclusive evidence exists to pinpoint exactly how the faces got there. Nonetheless, the faces have endangered much skepticism. So, I mean, that's very different. I mean, that's really, really different. I don't know. It's very odd. Very odd. Now we have Blickling Hall. So this is in Norfolk, England. So in October of 2007, the National Trust of England named Blickling Hall the most haunted home in the country. Source, McDermott. So located in Norfolk, England, the safety of the stately house is said to have a special guest stop by every spring. Okay. Blickling Hall was one of Anne Boleyn's childhood homes. Boleyn was the second of King Henry VIII's 6 wives. Wow. Henry was obsessed with having a male heir to the throne and consequently divorced Catherine of Aragon, his first wife, because none of the males she gave birth to survived. He gave it another go with Anne Boleyn, who also failed to produce a son, but did give birth to the future Queen Elizabeth I. So to arrange his second divorce, the king cooked up an adultery charges against Boleyn that stuck. Her punishment of allegedly cheating was one of the world's most powerful men at the time was death. That's not funny. That's not even cool. Alright, so on May 19th, 1536, Anne Boleyn was beheaded. Every year on the anniversary of her execution, Boleyn's headless ghost reportedly arrives at Blickling Hall in a carriage drawn by a headless horseman. But she hasn't lost her head completely in the afterlife. She carries it along with her during her hauntings. Very different. I mean, very, very different stuff going on there. I don't know. So, I'm just, ouch, finding it to be very interesting stuff. So, but yes, it was really cool. I will blog on my Patreon site for you guys my ritual that I did, and I will give you the sources of the prayers for the salts. You can do your own holy water if you want to. I burned white sage down there. That's what I was burning, so everything was good. I used some kind of oil that I got from a Catholic supply store a long time ago. And I added, I think, a little bit of myrrh and something else. Was it? I think it was maybe ylang ylang. I'm not sure, but it worked. So it worked. It just feels a lot better here. So hopefully it stays this way. Can only hope. So, all right, guys. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day, Monday, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Sundays with Satan. So, I love you all very much. Thank you guys for pointing out some of the stuff that you saw in the video. I love you all very much. All the way from Venus, all the way back down. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. So, thank you guys for watching, and I love you all very much.